Okay, man. So I'm finally back. I really wanted to make videos and shit the last 2 or 3 days, but I hit this, man. I just a quick rundown of what happened, man. I got like about every 2 or 3 months, I hit this point where I just don't sleep well at night. I sleep maybe like 2 or 3 hours at max. Well, this it happened about 3 days ago now. This time, and man, like this time it just got really bad because I was drinking, I was fucking bitches, and you know what I'm saying, and then my allergies hit, and I was just so fucked up. Like I was supposed to do some chats with some people, I was supposed to do some consultations from people who are on my Patreon and shit, and I couldn't even do the phone calls, man. Like I would just blow my nose like literally every fucking like 15 seconds, just be 1,000 pounds of snot in it. Then every time I would sneeze like every fucking 4 minutes, every 4 seconds. It was just awful, man. So yeah, I'm finally back. So yeah, I didn't upload anything to YouTube or my Patreon, man. I was just fucked up. But anyway, I'm back, and this is this is actually a request from a viewer with the initials of MJ. And I watched like the first like maybe like 2 minutes of where she actually starts talking about shit. And I said, yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. Because it's funny. Because, okay, like I said, in the dating market, just to get on topic of the video, in the dating market, women are wanted. Women are sold based on appearance. This is why women, when you talk about women in the dating market, talking about women is pretty much almost the exact equivalent of talking about a car. Okay? There's reasons why a car is not selling. Okay? A lot of times, one reason can be, which is usually not a reason, because there's a reason why the car ended up here in the first place. But one big reason is a car can be a Ferrari, but it's in a Honda Civic parking lot. So motherfuckers that come to that Honda Civic parking lot, they can't afford a Ferrari. They can look at it and admire it, but they can't afford the shit, right? But see, and also the other end of that scenario is there's a reason why that Ferrari ended up in that Honda Civic lot, not parking lot, in a car sale lot, in a car lot. There's a reason why that Ferrari is not over there with other Ferraris being sold with those Ferraris. You see what I'm saying? So that there's a reason why that car is not selling. You see, the other situation is, let's say there's a Ferrari sitting up in a McLaren parking lot. For those of you who don't know what a McLaren is like, I think that's considered like a supercar or something because it costs over it's like 6 figures to even get to the game with that shit. Like a Ferrari is like a basic Ferrari is trying to be sold in a league with McLarens and Lamborghinis and shit like that. Well, Ferrari's not a basic Ferrari is going to get for motherfuckers who can afford legit McLarens and Lamborghinis and shit. They're not looking at a fucking a basic Ferrari. Because it's just too far beneath them. And see, this is where whenever women start talking like this, dudes can't afford me. Okay, what a woman is saying is this. I want a higher value man because I see other girls on Instagram and Facebook and shit talking about higher value men. I'm mad because these higher value men are not approaching me. You see what I'm saying? For one reason or another, these higher value men are not. And just like the car scenario, it's usually one or two, or maybe even three scenarios. But I'm just going into the two main ones. Usually, the reason why these men who can afford McLarens and Lamborghinis and shit, they're not coming around you as this bitch ain't even a Ferrari. Let's be real. She's about a good. I would give her a good quality Mazda. She's not even like a concept Mazda or nothing like that. She's a good quality Mazda, that has air conditioning shit like that. That's what I would give her. She's nothing like, look, the bag in the back, she shops at Aldo. So if any of you guys are on like, fashion shit like that, okay, see that Victoria's Secret shirt is probably fake because a bitch who can afford Victoria's Secret consistently would never shop in Aldo. That bag in the back there, Aldo. I'll tell you what Aldo is. For guys in America who don't know what Aldo is. Aldo is mostly European. There's Aldo spots in America, and Aldo gets away in America because I'm pretty sure it's a European joint. But Aldo is like a low quality H&M for shoes. Like their shoes are junk, but they look nice for 15 minutes. Where girls like her would usually go. You see, and she probably thinks, oh, it's from Aldo, it's European. But Aldo is junk. Okay, I would never walk inside of an Aldo. I think I bought one pair of shoes real quick because I needed some dress shoes, and it was like the first store. And it's like seriously, as soon as I bought them, I threw them away. Like as soon as I wore them once, I threw them directly because that's all they were good for. Those are trash shoes. So I mean, if that's all you can afford, go for it. But like, man, don't fuck with Aldo. I mean, she's telling everything right there with the Aldo bag in the back. She done gave herself up. And I even started the video. But yeah, the reason why women end up in these positions is because they want a higher quality man. And what's happening is a lot of times, like I said, it's one of the two situations. Either one, she's so broken, fucked up, she's living in such a low income area where higher value men aren't even gonna go walk down in and go see her. Just like the Ferrari that's in the Honda Civic Honda Civic car lot being for sale. Motherfuckers that can afford a Ferrari ain't even gonna walk over there. All right, they off in their own demographic, in their own socioeconomical area. They're not fucking with her. Or let's say it's the other way around. Let's say she does happen to be. Let's say she's living in Santa Monica right now. Let's say let's say she's living in New York City, or let's say she's living in Prague. Well, the average quality of woman is higher than her, so men aren't really fucking with her. You see what I'm saying? That's why and like I say, by the time a woman has to open her mouth with shit and say something, oh, she is fucked up. She is beyond fucked up. By the time a woman has to open her mouth about getting something or a problem with getting something or what she has isn't good enough, by the time a woman has to open her mouth with this shit, she is fucked up. Fucked up. But anyway, let's go and let's listen to, because I already know, look, those are the two areas. Either A, she's a Ferrari, she's a 2005 Ferrari trying to be sold at a 2020 Honda Civic car lot, or she's a 2005 Ferrari trying to be sold at a 2020 McLaren lot. All right, either one of those, a man who would give her anywhere near to her original retail value is just going to go with another option. All right, they're just going to go with another option. But anyway, let's just hear what she has, because I think the first minute of this is just
I feel like I've just been dating guys that are underqualified to date me. Is that harsh? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel.
The first is just...
And guys, you guys love when I talk about this. I think it's just like the girly thing, like...
See, all this, the first 2 minutes is the basic reasons why she can't get a man. Okay, a respectable man. And she doesn't even know it. Because she's a woman. And she's probably taking advice from other women.
So, I'm going to see what I can come up with as we talk. So the reason why I wanted to have this discussion is because, well, a lot of you guys are also having a hard time like dating in today's society, and recently for some reason I feel like I don't know, maybe it's just because it's the internet, but I feel like I get kind of like shamed for being single, or say someone wants to validate me as a woman, or like maybe the opposite, like tear me down as a woman.
Let's roast this ad.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read.
Word.
It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is bland. Grammarly's cutting-edge technology helps you craft compelling, understandable writing that makes an impact on your reader.
Look, by the time you gonna pay for that, you might as well just pay somebody who can write the right shit.
Instead of like everything that I am, they try to attack like, oh, she's this, but she doesn't have a man, but she can't keep a man though. And it just blows my mind to think that, you know, in our society that women, because it's not really men that do this, it's women, that women like do that to other females, knowing how trash guys are. Like, we tear another woman down, like, oh, you can't keep a man, when no, in fact, the men can't keep us. Honestly, y'all, like...
the men can't keep you, which is why you up here talking about some dudes can't afford me. Yeah. With your Aldo bag in the back. Dudes can't afford it. with your Aldo bag and all this cheap clothes. All this shit is cheap. She wore this Victoria's Secret shit as that's the most expensive shit she probably owns in this whole room. All that shit behind her is cheap shit. She's a cheap bitch. That's what she is. And she's trying to get a guy like me who can afford better shit and is traveling around the world and can poorly speak 2 or 3 different other languages, She wants a guy like me, but guys, see, like I said earlier, guys like me don't. We know what that is, and we don't even acknowledge its existence unless she's like walking. Unless we get like real horny and drunk, and I might bend a girl over like this, you know, just to fuck her, spit on her back, spit in her mouth, and watch her ass jiggle a bit, and then never call her again. Like we already know what this is. A guy like me already knew what that was when I seen that ALDO bag. And I'm just being, and I don't even mean to be like superficial, but see the reason. Okay, and I don't I'm a roaster for that ALDO bag because personally, I don't give a fuck where you buy clothes from, as men or women. I don't care. All right, you can dress out the thrift store. I used to buy shit out the thrift store a lot. None of my shit here came out of the thrift store, but I used to buy. And when I was in the United States, well, if you're not in the U.S., a thrift store is like a secondhand shop where people like give away their clothes. And you can come buy it for a lot cheaper. But see, I'm getting ready to roast her ass because she's on this whole dudes can't afford me, and the bitch is walking up with some ALDO shit. ALDO is some cheap shit. It might be kind of expensive, but it's cheaply made shit. And it's ALDO might sue me for slander, but no, it's only slander if it's false, and I can prove it's cheaply made shit. Just Google ALDO quality and you'll find it. So it's not slander; it's the fucking truth. But see, like, think, man, oh God, this bitch is sad. This is sad.
Women are doing their dang on thing. We're going to college. We're starting the businesses. We're making money. We're making over $100K a year.
You're bitch. You stop with that ALDO bag. You are not making over 40K a year, unless you. No, you just ain't doing it because if you was making that much, you wouldn't even have an ALDO bag. All right, you wouldn't go near ALDO. If you're making either you're dumb as fuck or you're not making that much money. Pick one, because you're fucking. See, like bitches tell on themselves. I don't know. If she went to college, I don't know, because nowadays you can find any college to enroll in now. That's not saying much. All right, you can find any little independent private college to go to that's cheap as fuck just to say you got a degree. But look, I'm not buying this shit. She's trying to like infer. See, she's trying to infer that she's done all this shit when she hasn't done any of this shit. Let's go back and let's say that list again.
College. We're starting the businesses. We're making money.
Starting business. Okay, I can say I started business on YouTube. Like, you have to be careful when you hear bitches like this talk, because see, they will like twist anything into saying that they did X. And say they like that old single mother bitch I did that was selling her dating shit, who said she sold it for $10,000. See, what that bitch didn't tell you was her mother probably her mother got the money from her father, and they probably gave her the money so she wouldn't be homeless. And then the girl said, "Well, here's my dating tape, mom." And then so that's where she could say, "Oh, I sold it for $10,000." See, you gotta watch how bitches talk. You gotta watch, because bitches are great at manipulating shit until you ask one or two questions in depth. Okay, did you do this? How did you do it? Where did you get the credentials from? Then it's like, oh, I didn't think you'd ask that far into it. And then bitches like that end up mad at me. Well, you just ask too many questions. See, you only ask too many questions when you're getting ready to explain something you don't want to. You only ask them too many questions when you're getting ready to open up a topic that they weren't prepared for and they know it's a piece of shit.
Making over $100K a year, young too. Like, females are doing it.
Not you. You're not doing it with that ALDO bag and all this cheap shit in the background. You're not doing it. Females are doing it, and those females probably don't have problems finding men who can afford them. You're not. That's why you're on YouTube with this shit named "Dudes Can't Afford Me."
And guys are kind of struggling now. Like, it's the pool of guys that are making, at these companies, making a lot of it. It ain't a lot of them.
No, okay. Correction. There aren't a lot of them that are looking for you. Correct that. They are guys working at these companies with all this money. They're not looking for you because they look at you, they hear you talk, and they know, stay away from that. I would stay away from you. That's what it is. It's not that they're not out there. It's that they're not out there looking for you. They probably found some other girl, not you. Walking up the street in your ALDO bag, expecting a six-figure motherfucker to take you serious. That's the equivalent. That's like the equivalent of walking around with a dollar store cheeseburger and expecting motherfuckers eating at Dave Ramsey's shop to take them serious on their opinion on cheeseburgers. It's the same shit. Like you trying to jump way too out your fucking league. Stay in your fucking league. Your league is these guys who can't afford you. Because that's the quality you are.
Okay, so let's give us a pat on the back because these guys need to keep up. They're struggling out here.
With an ALDO bag. I'm gonna roast that ALDO bag to death. They struggling, bitch. You got an ALDO bag. This jacket costs more than about 5 pairs of shoes you can get out that ALDO shop. And I ain't write the brand name on my shit with an ALDO bag. I got a bag of other. Man, listen. Okay, this is a Hugo Boss jacket right here. This is Hugo Boss. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. This is a Hugo. Let me pull up my other screen. If we want to brag about shit we own, bitch, look. Can y'all see that? This is a Hugo Boss jacket right here. This jacket was about, and this is a cheaper one. This was about. No, it is Super 100s and shit like that. I don't know if y'all can see that. If you want to put up shit, the price, because I'm not a bragger. I'm not a bragging motherfucker. This is a Hugo Boss. Like the cheapest shit Hugo Boss is worth 10. It was probably worth more than everything she got in that room, including her and what she's wearing and that cheap ass makeup. And I got the jacket just laying on my motherfucking bed. Wait, here, I'm gonna show you what's on my bed right now. Look, this is what's on my bed right now. All my suits is laid out on my bed. See, over there, it's about 4 or 5 pair of different pants. Okay, this bed with these, and there's the iron right there, because my girl brought up, there's an iron in that bag. I don't know if you see it, because my girl's gonna put creases in all my pants and all my dress suit pants. So I pulled out all my dress suits, all my suits for her to iron when she comes back over tomorrow, or I'm sorry, tonight. What I just showed you on that bed is worth everything this bitch owns. I can pretty much guarantee you. I can guarantee you. And you know what? I would never even walk over there to talk to her for 15 seconds unless she was serving me my food, which is something she would probably do. I wouldn't go talk to her for 15 seconds. I guarantee everything I just showed you is worth. It's definitely worth more. Okay, 2 of these suits are worth more than everything she owns in that room. I guarantee you that.
Let me go ahead and do my eyebrows because, see, we can talk all day about this. I do have some new products today, so I'm going to be using the Urban products. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Vitamin Infused Complexion Prep Priming Spray. So this is my first time using this primer on my face. Here we go.
And she's used to that. Get shit squirt on her face. I guarantee you that.
So in the wintertime, it's the wintertime and I don't get as oily, but I do have to use a primer because I have oily skin. So the one...
Jeez, shut the fuck up.
Let me do...
See, this,
I don't have like a...
See, this video is exactly why dudes who are worth anything won't go to her. The bitch is going all... She ain't saying shit. She just... This is exact.
Endpoint... But I'm dating. I'm open to meeting a guy and potentially being in a relationship. And if it doesn't work out, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm living life. Life will go on. I feel like
until that wall hits. Yeah. And let's be clear. All women are always dating to see if something happens with a guy who can afford shit. Every woman's waiting for that next higher guy to come along. Every woman. So let's just be clear about that.
But one piece of advice that I would give my younger self, and I know it's so hard to when you're younger, it's so hard to realize, and you have to be older to realize it. But my one piece of advice is yo, it's so many guys in this world. That one guy that you're so obsessed over and he's just everything, and then he ends up breaking your heart or doing something crazy and you can't get over him, and you think that it's not going to be anybody else, and your self-esteem and your worth goes down because you're oh my God, this guy was so whatever. In reality, that guy is trash. It's going to be so many other guys out there that are just as cute, that's just as intelligent.
Okay, now let's be clear, and this is gonna be a low blow for real, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. See, she's a low quality woman. That's just what it is. She's a low quality woman because okay, let's just take this other example. Let's say what's the name of that street in New York City? Okay, up in New York City, I can't remember where the fuck that is, man. It's because it's been years since I've been in New York City. But there's a bunch of these like little streets where they sell clothes that are like on sale. The pants will be like $200, and it's not dress pants. It's like regular. They look like regular khakis and shit. I can't think of that fucking street because there's like a Porsche store, or like they sell like Porsche, like the car, but like Porsche has like a jewelry line. I think I can't think of that fucking name, man. But anyway, what the point I'm trying to get is okay. People in the world are going to walk up and approach things that they feel like they can afford. You see what I'm saying? So if you put a Gucci store next to Walmart, people who know they can afford Walmart will go to Walmart, which means everybody will go to Walmart. But people who can afford Gucci will feel comfortable walking up and walking inside Gucci and picking up shit and putting it down because they know they can afford it. You see what I'm saying? See, bitches like her, they don't get it. See, the reason you're dealing with these trash guys is because, see, these trash guys know they can afford you, and the guys who can afford higher just have better options. See, like, if you put a Gucci store next to Walmart, a lot of motherfuckers probably wouldn't even go to Walmart. They'd rather drive all the way across town and go to Whole Foods or some shit like that. Or what's an expensive place here? Well, they don't even do shit like, a lot of shit like that in Europe, like expensive, because they don't even do food like that a lot of times here. But if you're in the U.S., you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers who, like, if you put a Gucci store right next to a Walmart, a lot of motherfuckers who were shopping at Gucci store, they would say fuck it, and they'd rather go drive around that higher quality of person and go to Whole Foods and shit, like, especially if it's a bitch. She ain't walking in Walmart. I'm trying to make this like a more simple analogy, but like, see, these guys, they know exactly where you are. They know exactly how to find you. I could find her contact information right now. And, well, I can't fly her out to here because the U.S. is banned from most of the world because coronavirus got so bad. But I could find her and fly her out here if I wanted to. But I'm not. Because I have a better option at the brothel for $60. So why would I pay, $1,500 plane flight for her to come over here? And then pay for extra shit while she's here. Why can't I just go to a brothel? One, get it loads cheaper, and two, get a better physical and mental quality woman. Why would I even entertain? You see what I'm saying? See, I'll walk into Gucci and I'm saying fuck it. I'll just go over here to Whole Foods. I'm not even going over to America with these American bitches. American bitches are like Walmart. All right, that's what American bitches are Walmart. I say a lot of Europe, compared to American Europe, American bitches are Walmart. Europe is like Whole Foods. Maybe not as far as like the money per se, but it's just like the quality of woman. I'm just not even fucking with Walmart. Don't get me wrong. I don't even like going in Walmart. I'm not gonna lie. I tried going to Walmart a few times before when I went back to the U.S. and came back. I don't even like going in Walmart anymore. I really don't. I used to like it. I used to like deal with it, but it's just I don't even like Walmart anymore for multiple reasons.
Does better things, can treat you better. I feel like when I was younger, I wanted to be in a relationship, and I would get stuck on one person for no reason at all. Like, I don't know. I think it's just a female thing. Like, we'll meet a guy and we just really like him and we want to invest our time into one person.
That's correct.
In reality, we should just be dating today.
Yeah. See, she was on to her right start. But you know where she got that second part from? Listen to other dumbass bitches like her. And see, this is why I say when women give advice, that shit should be punishable by 5 years imprisonment. Because she was like, the first part was correct. See, but now the bad part to that first part was this. She is of low value, period. So when she's of low value, she's going to attract that low value guy. And that low value guy is going to give her low value responses in a relationship. You see what I'm saying? Because I could pretty much tell you what it was. Okay, when girls are younger, they always want the bigger, better guy who's more popular when they're like 19, 20. Now, usually those guys are pieces of fucking junk and are usually not going to last too long in being popular because that next stage of manhood is coming, and that being cool shit doesn't translate well to the real world in many cases, and that's where she got stuck at. date what they call like fuck boy shit like that. She got stuck with those guys, and her pair bonding skills are done. And now she even advocates telling other women to just date, destroy that pair bond even more, girl, because you just dating and we just like men. Yeah, and that's how you end up. That's how you end up. Just got a text from my bank, my check bank actually. and that's exactly how you end up on the internet talking about some dudes can't afford me with an ALDO bag in the back. That's how you end up on here. I'm gonna roast that bag.
So, as a 24-year-old, I feel
Oh,
like
she's 24. So that wall is coming in a couple years. So you better get good at that makeup.
Date to date, and I don't put any like expectations on like, oh my god, like this really cute guy, and oh my god, like we could be together and we could be really cute, and I like this, and this is going to be long term. I don't think like that anymore. I like take stuff for what it is, and I have fun in the moment, and if it works out, cool. If it doesn't, it will be somebody else. So
all of this is basic tellings of a cock carousel, depressed, used up, worn out woman. All of that. If you wanted to look up the definition of all that shit and watch like a live experiment, a live rendition, listen to everything she just said. That's how you end up like that. With the makeup on the mirror. All of this, see them movies where would that be? I don't know if y'all ever seen the movies, but them movies where them old women be sitting in front of that, and them old women sitting in front in that mirror with the light, and they doing their makeup and shit, and they just look all sad and depressed. They end up just like this. I mean, they start out just like this.
Take stuff for what it is, and I have fun.
The only thing that's missing is her glass of wine and a couple cats. That's the only thing that's missing. Because she already has the cheap clothes, the poorly done hair, the out of place Victoria's Secret bra with the ALDO bag in the back and all this cheap shit in the back. She already has everything else. Everything else already lined up. I mean, see, like, don't let these white walls fool you. Those white walls that'll trick you into thinking this shit is expensive. This shit is where she thinks she is in life. I'm not even gonna say expensive. I'm not gonna say what I have is expensive because you can always go higher than whatever I have. I'm not gonna say what I have is expensive, but what I have is of good quality. You see, the shit that she has is everything. There is nothing about everything I see in this room that says to me that she is of any good, lasting quality. You see what I'm saying? As a grown man, looking at everything in this, the hangers are cheap, the cheap shoes in the back, all of these clothes, the materials from here look cheap as fuck. I guarantee you, this whole room is made up of polyester, maybe a little cotton, viscose. There is, and maybe some genuine leather. And for those who don't know what genuine, okay, if she went to ALDO and bought those shoes aren't even genuine leather. Those are probably polyurethane, fake shit. And genuine, for those you don't know, genuine leather is actually like the cheapest leather. No, bonded leather is the cheapest leather you can get. Genuine leather is the next level up of leather. And then after that, you got to get like leather that actually says like what part of cow it came from. Type shit. Like once you get that, let's see, now you're in like a good world of leathers. But genuine leather, a lot of gym shoes are made with genuine leather. A lot of shoes are ripoffs because of it. Because people don't know, just because it says genuine leather does not mean it's good leather. Genuine leather is low quality leather. Bitches like that don't know that. I guarantee you that. And she's looking for a man who can afford more. And that's why she can't find one. Because she has all this cheap shit. She's walking around just a cheap shit. She's walking around just a cheap bitch. And she's trying, like I said, she's walking around with bitches like her are walking around with a 6-pack of hamburgers. I just stuttered like 15 times. So I'm trying to get my analogy right. Bitches like this are walking around with a 6-pack of dollar store hamburgers, and they get mad when they try to give a review on David Ramsey's burger that he's cooking, on a show. Like you don't even match up with this shit. You don't even match up.
The moment, and if it works out, cool. If it doesn't, it will be somebody else. So guys, that's not how I determine my worth at all.
No, yes, it is. It is exactly. Because if it wasn't, then why would you include dudes can't afford me as a fucking title? Dudes do, see, every woman, women decide their worth by the quality of men that they can get. Period. Around the world. It doesn't matter if she's gay. It doesn't matter if she's bi. It doesn't matter if she's pretty or if she's ugly. Every woman does it. All right? See, she's trying to pretend that, oh no, she's fucking lying her ass off.
So for me, I don't know if you guys will be able to relate too much to this, but this is just, my personal dating problems. So
Yeah.
I'm a pretty successful female at 24. Well, not pretty. I'm very successful. I think I don't congratulate myself enough or pat myself on the back enough.
Yeah, of course,
but,
right. Of course.
Yeah, I am projected to make $500,000 before I turn 26 years old. So at the age of 25, I will probably hit $500,000 salary. And a goal that I just really want to accomplish is hitting $1 million by the age of 30. I think that I can do it. I think that I'm very capable of it.
So, okay, let's say now, if you're, now, let's go back to all this. See, you have, like I said, it's easy to get caught up into her bullshit because she's skinny, she has white walls in her room, and she has a Victoria's Secret thing on. Everything else in this room is pure junk. Okay, so if you're projected, anybody can say I'm projected the fucking, I'm projected to beat Bill Gates' ass by tonight. But what is the logic on my projection based off of? You see, okay, now let's just say I'm just jumping to an extreme. But now let's go deeper into logic. If you're so projected to do this and do that and do this and do that, why are you not making the proper connections to get with other guys who are projected to do this? Or since you're projected to do it, get with guys who are already doing this and then grow your business or whatever the fuck you're doing, your salary, up into their world. Why? Because these men see you, know what you are, and they don't fuck with you. That's why. That's why. If you're so projected on a salary, whether it's at a company or, if she even knows she's talking, okay, if she says salary, then that means that she's talking about a job. That she's not an entrepreneur or anything. She's working somewhere. Okay, even if she has a degree, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, if you're such great quality and you're in your youth and in your prime, you're 24, you're in your youth and prime, and you're such great, you're just so great that you're projected to make $500,000 and $1 million by 30. Why are you single talking about dudes can't afford me with an ALDO bag in the back and a room full of cheap shit? Do the math. Think men. Seriously, when you hear bitches like this, do the math on this shit. She's flying her fucking ass off. That's the fucking math. She sit here right here and trying to tell you 2 + 7 = 48. But she's trying to tell you to where she even believes it. It's not making any sense. I hope she hears this. I hope she sees this video because she's not making any type of goddamn sense. If you're so fucking great, if you're projected to make 500,000 or whatever the fuck, that means you got to at least be pulling in 100,000 a year. All right, which I'm not even going to. Maybe you can be. I'm not. Okay, let's say you are. Let's say she's pulling in 120,000 a year, which would make really no sense because, like I said, all this cheap shit in the background and these cheap and everything about her just screams cheap, right? So if she's doing all this and she's in these worlds where men are doing all this, why hasn't one of these men taken her seriously and dated her seriously? I'll tell you why. Either one, because like me, they look at her and see she's a cheap piece of shit hoe, and you don't talk to that for long. Or two, she keeps passing those guys up to go get with her horrible feminist infected brain and goes out and fuck bad boys and gets pumped and dumped all the time to the point where the men who are in these positions see her and know what she is and discard her. That's why. That is why she's on YouTube screaming, dudes can't afford me. Okay, and that's even entertaining. Let's say she's even making that much money, which she's not, but let's say she is. That's why guys are not fucking with her.
And
correction. Guys who can afford her aren't fucking with her.
And I am working every day to get there. I mean, I struggle, I fumble.
Fucking ad. I gotta download the other browser. I like Alec. I think it's Alec Ball. I like him. I think he's a funny dude.
Amazon stock and Google and Apple.
But that is like a top goal for me, and I feel like growing up, I would have never thought that was possible, and I'm speaking on it because I didn't have someone to look at or to look up to, and they say like, oh, like I want to make $1 million before whatever age, or I want to make whatever amount business wise, to say, oh my God, like it's black females out here doing that, you know, that weren't like celebrities. Because I feel like celebrities, you see their money and you see how they live, but you don't feel like it's touchable. So I never felt like it was somebody that was like regular, you know, normal, that I could look up to, that I felt like, oh my God, like this is a realistic goal. So that's why I put out financial goals of mine, because I want other girls who watch me, who never really thought about, you know, far off or like the big goal. Like, you should. Like, it's realistic. If you plan it out and work hard to it, you can do it.
No, you lost from the start. You lost from the start. You can't do it. I won't say you can't. There's a low chance. And you're 24 now. You better start sucking some dicks and slide down poles if you want a chance at that now. Because like I said, just do the math on this. It's pretty clear. Like, I think she has a website. I'm gonna go on her website because I want to see if she even went to college or anything. What she's even doing. Because I love for her to prove me wrong. I would love for her to prove. I would love to dive into her shit and be proven wrong with everything I just said. I can pretty much tell you I'm gonna be right. Pretty and educated. So okay, so I guess she probably did go to some school. We're gonna look into it after maybe like 10 more minutes of this shit.
With that being said, I am a whole lot of woman for a guy.
Sure. Yeah, and you're a whole lot of woman for a guy. But at the same time, yeah, they can't afford you. Right.
Especially a guy that is 24, 25, 26, 21, 22, 23. You know, I don't know if you can handle all of this over here. I'm a whole lot to deal with. I'm a whole package that most guys are not ready for.
And you know what? She's going to be sitting up saying the same shit when she's 48 and could never keep a man. And never earn anywhere near what she's saying she earned.
If we're being really freaking...
This is how it starts. This is how old, bitter, wine, drunk woman starts. I'm telling you.
Honest. I'm going to be putting a primer on my eyes so that I can go ahead and start messing with this eyeshadow as I talk and stuff.
See, if she was so well educated and so classy and all this shit, no bitches who are in these worlds for real don't put that shit. Unless they go into like some extravagant fucking, you know, damn near costume ball type shit, they'll do this shit to their eyes. See, this is a low quality bitch, man. She's giving it all away. If she's not low quality, she has a lot of low quality habits. I'll say that much.
Okay, so this may not be a tutorial because I'm all over the place. So let me just talk. I'm going in with a brown just so I can get the light crease area started, and then that's when I'll start putting the purples on to build it up. But I want this crease to be very blended.
This is sad.
And this is how I'm starting it off. So I guess this is story time.
Just let them talk. They're telling themselves.
For me, with dating, although I think when people look at me, it's like, oh, I'm like this high maintenance girl.
No, you're not. You have ALDO in the back, and you have a closet full of cheap shit. And you're putting on like trashy ghetto hoe makeup. You're not a classy girl.
And I like really expensive things. And
no, ALDO's not expensive. Victoria's Secret's like, man. And the rest of this shit, let them talk, man. They turn on themselves. She's a ghetto trash hoe. That's what it is. Period. Point blank.
While all of that is true, I think I'm also very, very simple, especially with dating. Like, I don't think I asked for like anything crazy, but you to think, you know, put in a little bit of effort and think about some things. But even with my success, I know that for my age, it is going to be really, really hard to find someone that is just as successful to me. So when it comes to dating, I don't put those expectations on other people. At least when I was 22, 23, I didn't. And I'm gonna tell the story, and I'm gonna get to why recently I had to kind of shift that. So I'm climbing the ladder to success, but in my dating life, I'm not putting that same expectation on people that I'm dating, because I feel like that, love, when you love has nothing to do with money.
Sure.
Which that is true, but let me continue. I met this guy, and this guy, he had a job, he graduated from college, and he still...
Okay, I can and this is where I was going to go next. This scenario... Okay, this is nothing but ghetto trash, okay? She probably went to like an HBCU, or let's just give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say she went to a legitimately decent school, but she probably went to an HBCU. And usually HBCUs, sorry to say this, a lot of them are garbage. Most of them are hot garbage. But, see, this is what happens when in a woman's head once she starts to think that she's winning. See, she thinks that because she went to college, and maybe she even graduated. We don't even know if she graduated yet. Keep that in mind, too. But... see, she thinks the fact that she went to college, she thinks that she deserves all this higher, better up shit, and she thinks she just automatically... See, this is what happens when woman's brain, because if she has $10 more in her pocket, this is what she does. This is woman's brain cannot handle power at all. She, like I said, she's so classy with an ALDO bag in the back and in a room full of cheap shit. But she's
God. Still stay with his mom. But I felt like, like this guy has potential. Now, potential is very deadly. Potential is deadly because just because someone has potential doesn't mean that they know how to execute the potential that you see. Okay, now and also let's be clear about this. If a woman was so successful as you claim to be, you wouldn't have time to fuck with a guy with potential. You want a guy who is already man. You see what I'm saying? You got to know bitches on a worldwide level to know this is true. If a woman is so successful, okay, go out and find a bitch who's legit successful. You think she's going to entertain some dude who lives with his parents at 20 years old, at 19? Go find bitches who are legitimately of that higher quality. Who were born into a good quality family, who was born into having connections in life, who was born in knowing they were going to go to college since they were a little kid. Go into families like that. You think those girls are going to seriously sit up and take a guy serious who's sitting at home with his mom, but he has potential? No. She's giving away all the clear signs that she is these are ghetto trash hoe mentalities. All of this shit. This is ghetto trash hoe. Ghetto trash hoe. Ghetto trash hoe. All of this shit, from her appearance to her room, to everything she's saying, to how she's talking, to how she's putting on her makeup. All of this is ghetto trash, cheap hoe mentality that fucked around and maybe went to college or something. So now she thinks she's a little better and higher up. Remember that. So I'm this girl that's just looking for a guy who knows how to love me, and I don't want to be materialistic, and I want, at my age, I am aware that, some guys may still need some time to get to the level in their career that maybe I'm already on. And I think I kind of always felt guilty for making more than most guys that I date, or being at a successful level with dating. So I think... Okay, so if you felt, like I said earlier, if you felt guilty for dating men who you make more money than, then why aren't men who make more money than you coming to date you? Because you're not worth it. That's why. If I had to guess, you're probably the Ferrari in a Honda car lot. You see? And there's a reason why that Ferrari ended up in that Honda car lot. There's a reason that Ferrari's fucked up. That's why it's not over there with the other Ferraris. And just entertain me on that. That's just a scenario. Because I'm not calling her a Ferrari. But what I'm trying to say is, if she's so successful, why aren't successful men coming after her? Because they can smell it on her something's fucked up. About the same reason why I wouldn't fuck with her. Because I can smell it on her something's fucked up. She's just delusional. She's just deluded from media and from all types of media, from social media to television to movies. She's just another deluded, feminist-infected, deluded, skinny woman who thinks she's kind of cute. That's what it is. And she's just so fucked up. No decent man is going to fuck with her. Unless he's just super desperate to have a kid or something. Or he's just super lonely. I think I always cut guys a little bit more slack when maybe I shouldn't have. maybe.
Well, no, it's not that. It's not that you were cutting guys more slack. It's that higher quality guys weren't even approaching you. Let's get to the core of it. It's not that high quality guys were even entertaining you. It's not that, oh, you are this solo, independent, well thought woman, well spoken woman, and you just want to do good for humanity by giving guys who are beneath you a chance. No. It's that higher caliber men wouldn't fuck with you, so you are stuck with Day Day and Ray Ray, with Pookie and Ray Ray to have to fuck them. So you had to start doing these mental gymnastics. Oh, well, maybe I can make it work because the higher quality men don't fuck with you. Let's be clear about this. I'm not trying to make fun of you. It's the reality.
So this particular guy, we were dating, and all I wanted from him was time, effort, attention.
And he knew you weren't worth it. Yeah. And he knew you weren't worth it.
Someone to spend my time with.
Yeah.
But as I'm doing this, I realized that is not enough. Now, it took me a few months to realize that wasn't enough. It went wrong with this guy not putting in enough effort to match what he lacked.
Yeah, because he knew that you weren't worth it. Exactly. Because you're not worth it. With your mentality, it's not even really about how you look. I mean, you're not physically my type, but it's not about how you look. It's your mentality. Like most women's problem. It's the mentality. Most men don't give up. Most men really don't care as long as you're just not too fat and smell too bad. Most men don't care about how pretty you are. And when you get down to the reality of it, most men just want woman. You see what I'm saying? But when woman's mind is fucked up, that's what has them on here on YouTube saying dudes can't afford me with an ALDO bag in the back. I'm gonna roast the fuck out that ALDO bag. Fucking hate ALDO.
So when it came to things like buying me roses or like us going on a date. Now for me, a date doesn't have to be like expensive. A date could be a picnic. A date could be, just a really cute gesture or somewhere that may be in conversation.
You're not
the
worth
person
that.
said they wanted to.
You know what women are worth that? Women who are women. That's who are worth that. You're not worth all that. There is no part when she said buy her flowers. There was no part within me that felt comfortable with buying a woman like this flowers. No, girls who are feminine, girls who are naturally women and feminine deserve all that shit. You don't deserve it. Sorry.
To go, something like that. It doesn't always have to be money, but you have to be with a guy that can think of things outside of the box when they are lacking money-wise. Shoot, like anybody else. And I feel like when I was in college, the guy that I was dating, we did very good with, having fun, still having date night with no funds. So as an adult, I just can't comprehend a guy that, has some type of job, not putting in the effort.
We're going at it again.
So.
Oh, why is UFO shit keeps popping up?
They're not asking the right questions because they kind of think they already know the answer.
Where the fuck am I going with this? Okay, so maybe it is hard, like, trying to do this outlook and talk at the same time. Because I want it to be really pretty.
No, you
what I do demand or want, need, bare minimum is a guy that is ambitious, who has his own goals, who knows what he wants to do in life, to have.
Yeah, and there's plenty of men like this. And like I said, if she's truly in this world of making all this money, then why aren't these men coming in and approaching her? You see, why is she having so many problems with this? Because she's not worth it. That's why.
A plan for himself so that when we come together, it works out for both of us. And I can't deal with a guy that wants to mooch off me or want.
You're a man. That's the only place. Especially with the men that actually talk to you. You are the man now. You make the money. You're ambitious. You went to college. You became the man. See, this is what feminism didn't prepare for. You became the man. You became the breadwinner. So you start buying the shit. You start calling the shots. You make shit. Uh-oh. Women don't like that. Oh my God. That's you became the man. Do the math. You became the man. And on top of that, how you just talk and carry yourself is mannish. All right? If you, like I said, it's 50 million times before this video, if you were worth so much and you're projected to make so much, why aren't men who are already doing this, seeing this, and taking you in? Think about that. I'm gonna just go on for about 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna go to our website because I want to see more about this thing.
Just doesn't have nothing going for themselves. It doesn't work out like that because it just don't. Like this one guy, he like jokingly would ask me like, "Oh, can you be my sugar mama?"
Yeah. What did I just say? Because you became the man. Can you be his sugar mama? That's your position in life, bitch. This is what happens with feminism. You want the equal wages, you want to make more, but see, you still want a man to be above you. He asked you because you're a man now. Congratulations on your manhood, on your newfound manhood. Congratulations.
No. The fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you even say that shit out your mouth?
Because you're a man.
Okay, let's stop cussing. Why would you say that out your mouth? So he joked about it one time. I said, okay, moving on. And then he joked about it another time. Now, the second time
he's not joking. He's serious. You are a man. Man.
Joked about it, that was it. It was done for.
Yeah, he's not joking.
I don't want
he's
you.
serious.
I'm not about to build no man up. That's dead.
That's all you stuck with, and it's just gonna get worse from here on out. Because you're 20. Well, because you're 25 now. This was last year. You're 25 now. You make all this money. Any man who's making that much money is just gonna go with something more feminine, more submissive, and younger than you. So this is gonna be your whole dating pool. Either that, or the guys who are completely undesirable who are older. That's all you're gonna be left with. So you better pick. Either be a sugar mama or get with a guy that you don't even want to touch. Those are your only choice options left, because you're a man.
You gotta come. You gotta come. You gotta come. For me, dating right now, I just deal with a lot of guys that don't have their shit together.
Exactly, because that's what you're stuck with. If you were worth so much, go get a man who had his shit together, because those men aren't talking to you. That's why. You can't do it. You're stuck.
And in reality, they're not ready to date someone like me. Someone who wants to travel. Someone who...
I'm already traveling. I'm broadcasting this live from Prague. All right, I'm getting ready to go to Kyiv in 3 weeks, the Ukraine next week, and I'm not caught talking to you. See, the next line is, "Where have all the good men gone?" That's when you know. See, this is when you know bitches are fucked up. She's done. Just like. I can't wait till I finish this video, so I never have to think about this hoe again. She's done. She's fucking done. Put a fork in her, she's done.
Who wants to go on dates that take a little bit more effort. I cut guys so much sleep.
You know where okay, I'll be honest with y'all. You know where me and my girl went a few days ago? Because we're in Europe. We went to one of these fucking restaurants, man. The shit, like, it looks like something you see out of a movie. Like, with how the walls are built and all that shit. I got calamari and she got pizza. Like, on just an impromptu, like, my impromptu dates would stomp literally anything she's probably had in her entire life. Like, and me and my girl went there. You know what? And me and the waiter and waitress got along so good. See, this is the prices here in Czech Republic. I ate calamari and my girl had pizza. And we had 2 glasses of wine, and the shit came to like $16. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how gangster Europe can be if you know where to go. And it was like, I mean, the shit, like, it looked like this perfect fucking, like, Europe. Like, for those of you in Europe, it's nothing to you. But in America, we don't have this shit. Like, where it's all like cobblestone, or everything's built out of like fucking rock or some shit. Like, all that shit. She can't even get a decent date. And she make all this money. She can't find one man who will walk. That's sad. She's telling, okay, I'm gonna let it go 5 more minutes. I'm gonna get my full analysis on her after I go over her website, because I want to see her website, if it's even still up. I want to see it.
Slack. So much slack that I feel like my standards of like dating a guy that is like has potential I should have never been doing that. I feel like I'm always
all you're left
trying
with.
to like tiptoe around money things. Like, oh, like I don't want to get this on the menu. I don't want to get that on the menu. I'm always like sheltering guys' egos.
Of course, yeah. See, my girls who I had never had to worry about that. If anything, I ordered the expensive shit for her, just so she doesn't have to feel that. Yes, she's stuck. She is a Ferrari sitting at a Honda Civic car lot and doesn't even know it. And she's stuck in that car lot because of her. Because when you pop that engine, it's leaking oil and the transmission fluid is leaking down the goddamn street, and she doesn't even know it. And she's advertising herself as a Ferrari with fucking fix-a-flat tires in it. And she doesn't even know it.
And that just made me realize, girl, you just need to date someone that can keep up, because
you can't. You can't. See, no, you need to date someone who keep up. You can't do it, because if you could have done it, you would have done it. You can't do it.
How like going out with somebody, like being accustomed to something and then going out with someone and feeling like, oh dang, I don't really want to get a drink, or I always just put my card down too. I just became used to doing that. Like, I always put my card down too, because I just feel bad.
That's sad.
I shouldn't feel bad dating. Like,
no, you
I
should.
just be like, you know? But with that being said, money is one thing, but that's also not what I'm looking like. That's not what I want in a relationship completely. That's not what I want in a relationship completely. So I think I let it slide, because I'm like, oh, well, maybe the guy will compensate in another area, like maybe his communication, or maybe he can motivate me, or maybe, and honestly, I feel like I've just been dating guys that are underqualified today.
Okay, correction. I am stuck with a certain quality of man because I'm not worth more. That's the translation. That's dumb bitch needs translation. I feel like I've been dating guys who aren't worth it. No, translation. I am stuck with a certain quality of guy and I can't get out of it. And I don't know why.
Dating. Is that harsh? I'm not even trying to be rude. Like,
no, it's not harsh. You just made yourself look stupid. It's not harsh. You made yourself look inadequate as a woman. If anything, you made yourself look stupid by saying that.
This is just honestly what I feel.
Because you're not worth it.
Is that rude? And with me saying all this, I'm still not a harsh person. I'm still like very nice and very understanding of people's situations. But girl, your girl be over it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, I want a guy to get my nails done sometime, or like plan something really cute.
Let me tell you something. Okay, this is another thing. Women in that higher world, not like these ghetto, not these ghetto black bitches, but women who are like legitimately of class and shit, they don't get their nails done like that. Like what that's I can tell right from here. That's cheap shit. Everything in her room is cheap shit. From the high heels up there, all the dress, everything in her room right now is cheap shit. And she's trying to say, "Oh, I'm projected to make $500,000 and all this." All this is cheap shit. I'm gonna go to a more recent video, then I'm gonna go on her website to see if she at least fixed this shit.
And wow me, but I just don't be wowed, and I don't feel the need to settle for a guy that doesn't wow me.
You
like,
don't have to
guys
settle.
literally want me to commit to them, and I really be so confused at what I'm committing to.
Yeah.
Like, what am I committing to again? Like, what do I get out of this relationship?
Yeah.
And I just really want someone that, adds to my life, and with everything that I am and everything that I am building towards. Oh girl, like finding that is like a needle in the haystack.
Yeah, see, all of this is what bitches who are shooting too high say. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. To find a guy who genuinely, gives a fuck, and and he's more successful than her and all this shit. She is a ghetto black hoe who thought she could escape ghetto black hoe shit by going to college, and she still can't get out of it because her brain is fucked up.
But even with the guys that are really, really successful, it's really, really, guys are just really, really hard, because like my dream guy.
Yeah.
So I got this dream guy.
We know.
And he's in New York, and I remember first moving to New York, and I was like, oh my God, like I have to get him. A year later,
he moved on to something better. I could already tell you. He had a better option than you. Let's just be clear. We'll hear it anyway.
Like we met at an event. I was like, ooh, yeah, we just had to meet, and that guy's an asshole. Like he meets every criteria. He's bomb. Like he has his business. Like he has to make like over $1 million. But
he had a better option than you. Let's just cut to the chase. He had a better option than you because you're not worth as much as you think you are. Do you really think you're worth $1 million a year? Do you really think be honest with yourself. Do you really think you're worth this?
He doesn't respect females.
Because he had other options. Was that your roommate back there?
He doesn't respect females. I can just tell that, like, females do whatever he says. Yeah. Like, whenever he says come over, they come. Whatever he wants to do, they do. And, woo, I just saw that was not going to work.
Exactly. What did I say? He was an asshole because, like I said, see, this is another thing that dumb bitches don't realize. When they shoot for these higher-up men, they always have other options. Like I said, case in point, and make sure you guys can see this. Guess who's coming over to iron my shit? To iron my shit that costs more than everything she owns in an apartment right there. Guess who? That iron board right there in that bag, there's an iron. Oh, I'm going to go grab the iron. Because she had her own iron. Because I got my own iron, but my iron is shitty, though. This is the iron. To put creases in my dress pants. And she's going to come over. And see, dumb bitches don't know this. You see this plug? See, this don't plug into y'all's wall sockets. You know why? Because these are European plugs, fam. See, you ain't never seen. I probably just blew her mind with that right there. See if I'm lying or not. This is a European plug. See, you used to them America. See, you used to seeing these plugs over in America. Messing with Pookie and Ray Ray. You used to seeing these over there. Because you see, I had this when I was in the U.S. But see, these are American plugs. You got to get something that's called an adapter to plug this into the wall. When you mess with a man who travels. You want a man who travels. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking joke.
Because I'm not one of these little girls that need you or need your money or anything like that. I pay my own bills. I got my own place. What? Like, he was disrespectful. So that hurt me. I was like, oh my God, like my dream guy isn't even my dream guy. Like my dream guy is an asshole.
Exactly.
So then I was like, dang, like where does that leave me? I'm so happy. Like that didn't make me feel like I wanted to settle at the time.
No, it did.
Like settle just with anybody to say, oh, I'm just gonna date somebody that you know is cute and I can get, and maybe I'll try to build him up or whatever. No, okay.
I'm gonna cut off here. I'm gonna go to the website because I'm on an hour now. And then if anybody wants to hear more about this bitch, I'll make like a part 2 of this shit. Let's go to her website. Buy my book, Pretty and Educated. First, we go to her website. Let's see if this shit's even still up. Okay, so it's up. There's colors. YouTube star with over 300,000. Check out my channel. My entrepreneur of my own line of hair extensions. Selling fake shit to fake bitches. I'm the author of whatever. Pretty. I want to teach you my secrets to success in my new e-course. Pretty and Paid? Yeah, like if you so pretty, why ain't you getting? If you so pretty, where your man at? If you so pretty, content creates coins. You can make 10,000 a month on YouTube. Think it's too good to be true. Pretty. Shut the fuck up. I learned a lot from my YouTube career. I look to inspire others and be the voice of guidance I wish I had in the beginning. Follow my. Let's take a look at this book, man. I want to see this shit. So it's $17.99, 22 ratings. Pretty a college girl. See, and you know what's the constant? See, you know what the constant fucking thing is? She keeps throwing out there that she went to college. You see, and what did I say? What did I say? My full assessment is this. Hang on, let me read a little bit more of this. And see, she keeps throwing out educated. Okay. Oh, let's go down a little bit more. Yeah, cheap shit. Hardwood floors. So she thinks the hardwood floors is going to cover up the fact that like all this is like ALDO cheap shit. Yeah, she's not fat. We get it. And you're not fat. And you took a bath. Okay, let's just be clear. In Europe, you can buy a bitch like this for $50 and fuck her. Like, but well, not now because the brothels doesn't open till 12. It's 9:30 where I am now. But you can like. Let's see what's on this bitch's Instagram. I'll give her all types of free advertisement now because I'm just curious because this is funny. It's funny just to watch bitches just operate. Model? How are you a model? See this? Model. New York based but always on the go. You gotta love bitches. Yeah, see, you gotta love this shit. Yeah, see, American guys might jump out their seat for this shit because most American bitches are so fucked up, you know, that they'll pay a woman $10,000 just to be skinny. Okay, so I'm not even gonna log in because this shit ain't even worth logging into because it's clear it's all about her. It's all about her. You could tell. Her Instagram pretty much shows it. It's all about her. Pictures of me. Look at me. That's why she doesn't have a man. That's why she got a man come over to iron her shit. That's why she got to iron her own shit. Anyway, back to this shit. Now, my full assessment, if anybody's even still watching at this point, my full assessment is this, which I could be wrong. I'm not going to be mad if I am wrong. But my full assessment is this. This woman is a ghetto black hoe who got ran through by Pookie and Ray Ray probably till she went to college. She went to college. See, when she went to college, she got ran through by Pookie and Ray Ray from time to time because it's what her body was used to knowing. But then when she seen like a guy who, you know, seemed like he was, you know, more calm, more focused and shit like that, she definitely, you know, fed him whatever feminine dream that he wanted out of her. She probably fucked him a few times. For whatever reason, that didn't work out. Usually because she was getting raw dogged by Pookie and Ray Ray because they know how to fuck right. And a successful dude usually doesn't. So that relationship faded, and this is why. And if I had to guess, her reputation got spread around the school, got spread around the fraternities and sororities. Her reputation, which I could be wrong about that, but that does happen. As soon as people say her name, they just they know, yeah, that's the girl who did blah blah blah, blah, and she gets left alone. You see, because if she went to college, there's a good chance that she made connections while she was in college with other people who grew off and became something. You see, so why didn't those men come back and talk to her? Why aren't those women coming back and fucking with her to get her in those circles where those men are? You see, there's a reason why. You see, like I say in other videos, the more successful a woman gets, it usually means that there's more of a problem with her, especially if she's single, especially if she can't keep a man. That is a huge red flag. The more successful she is. Because she should be in those circles with those other connections that women actively always try to make with other successful people. So why aren't those successful people bringing her along and she can't find a man with them? You see what I'm saying? So we don't even know if she graduated from college. Because she keeps saying college. But I haven't heard anything that she's actually graduated. Let's go to her fucking channel. Oh my God. Oh, I seen that coming. I'm moving. Yeah, because I didn't see her lasting too long in New York City anyway. She was for real living in New York. What's that say? My last days. Yeah, I didn't see her lasting too long in New York City anyway. As soon as I heard New York City from the main video, I didn't see that shit. Or maybe she is. Let's go to the actual page. Maybe I'm talking too soon. Oh no, here it is. I'm moving. My last days living in New York City. I seen that coming from a while. I seen that coming. Because she can't keep up with them younger girls there. And on top of that, she can't keep up financially with that. On top of that shit. So where is this? Well, she probably living like in a cheaper place. It's probably like Jacksonville or some shit like that. Aruba. You see, that's another bad sign. When women start traveling alone. When they start traveling alone, that is another scream for help. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this shit off here, man, because this is just getting more. It's like this is pathetic dressed up as candy. This is pathetic shit dressed up as candy. So she moved to some flat, whatever. Okay, it's not New York City because New York City was just out of her fucking league. Let's just be clear about that shit. She's traveling alone. I've updated. I'm switching everything. Yeah, you're gonna keep switching shit because you can't keep getting by with what you got on for the last 15 years of life. How much money I make, YouTube hustle, right on, cool. And there's no talk of, yeah, she can't keep a fucking man. Point blank and simple. And she spent all this, like, I don't spend any money on my production, so I'm not even mad about that shit. But this is just, man, look. Oh, this is a movie I want to watch, Augustine. But anyway, I'm going to leave it off here, man. If anybody's even still watching, thanks for watching, and have a good day.